The Council's elite extraction team surrounded the classroom, weapons charged, ready to eliminate the threat that had beaten their combat scores by 4,000%, and the human girl just asked if she could finish her history quiz first. Negative, Kael'thas said, his plasma rifle trained on the small figure hunched over her desk. Emma Johnson, you are classified as a Category X threat to galactic security. Stand down immediately. The human looked up, pencil still pressed to paper, confusion written across her face. I'm sorry, what? I'm literally in the middle of an essay question about the Byzantine Empire. According to YouTube analytics, 98% of viewers are not subscribed. That's a huge number. By subscribing the channel that is completely free, behind Kael'thas, his second-in-command Vexia checked her tactical display for the third time, mandibles clicking in distress. Commander, the readings are confirmed. This human has accessed and completed combat scenarios rated for Tier 9 operatives. No recorded training, no military background. She's listed as a history major? I am a history major, Emma said, setting down her pencil with visible annoyance. And I have no idea what you're talking about. Can we do this after 3 p.m.? Professor Kael'thas takes off points for incomplete exams. Kael'thas felt his combat implants surge with adrenaline suppressors, a bad sign. In 20 cycles of special operations, he'd never needed chemical calm during a mission. You accessed classified military simulations, the Carthax siege scenario, the Void Breach tactical assessment, the Prometheus protocols. Emma blinked. The what now? You achieved a 98.7% success rate on scenarios that have a 2.1% average completion rate among our best warriors, Vexia interjected, her voice tight. You cleared the Prometheus protocols, the same simulation that killed 3 candidates last cycle from neurological overload, in 4 minutes. Okay, I genuinely have no clue what you're talking about. Emma raised her hands slowly, apparently recognizing that 6 armed soldiers might require some basic cooperation. I've never done any military anything. I'm here on academic exchange studying medieval poetry. Kael'thas's communicator crackled. High command. He tapped it active, never lowering his weapon. Status. The voice of Commander Zara carried the weight of 4 destroyed fleets. Target acquired. She claims ignorance of all combat activities. Irrelevant. We have confirmed data breach. She erased 17,000 assessment records from our secured archives. That database is protected by quantum encrypted, triple redundant, physically isolated servers. The human did it from a classroom terminal. Emma's eyes widened. Oh God, is this about last week? I was trying to check my grades, and your system kept giving me pop-ups. I might have clicked some stuff to make them go away. The classroom went silent. Kael'thas watched Vexia's face cycle through 3 different shades of purple, her species equivalent of a mental breakdown. She clicked? Vexia whispered. Your security kept asking for my birthday and my mom's maiden name and like 17 other things, Emma continued, apparently not reading the room. I got frustrated and just started clicking accept all and confirm on everything to get to the grade portal. Kael'thas's tactical computer updated with new intelligence. His blood went cold. Commander, are you seeing this? Affirmative. Zara's voice had gone flat. The human didn't hack the combat assessment system. She clicked through 18 security warnings, bypassed quantum authentication by guessing the default password was password, and deleted the combat archives because she thought they were spam notifications. They kept auto-playing, Emma protested. I'm trying to study, and suddenly there's some simulation thing taking over my screen, showing explosions and tactical readouts. I closed them. Was I not supposed to close them? Those simulations are psychologically interactive combat scenarios, Kael'thas said slowly, his training barely keeping his voice level. They run through your neural link. Closing them requires completing the tactical objectives. You completed 53 master-level combat scenarios in 2 weeks because they were interrupting your homework? I guess? Emma looked genuinely embarrassed. I thought they were really aggressive ads for the military program. Your IT department needs to chill with the pop-ups, honestly. Vexia checked her display again, then looked at Kael'thas with something approaching existential horror. Sir, if humans can accidentally complete our most advanced combat simulations while annoyed about homework, what could they do if they were actually trying? The question hung in the air like a gravitational anomaly. Kael'thas opened a secure channel to High Command. Sir, we may have a situation that exceeds our extraction parameters. Explain. The human is not a trained operative. She's not a spy. She's not enhanced. She's a poetry student who thinks our military-grade security system is bad UI design. A long pause. Mother of the Void. Do not, I repeat, do not terminate. We need to understand this. Bring her in. And Kael'thas? Sir, find out what else she's fixed on our systems. Emma raised her hand tentatively. So, can I finish my quiz first? It's really worth 40% of my grade. Kael'thas made his decision. The original order had been termination, but High Command's revision came too slow. His finger moved to the trigger, just a warning shot to gauge her reaction time. Emma's head tilted slightly, still focused on her paper. His plasma bolt passed through the space where her skull had been a microsecond before. She hadn't looked up. Okay, seriously, give me 2 minutes, Emma muttered, erasing something on her paper. This essay question is worth 40% of my grade, and I just figured out how to connect the Justinian Code to the Hagia Sophia's architectural symbolism. Vexia's tactical scanner shrieked. Commander, she dodged on. Pure reflex. No conscious awareness. No enhanced nervous system. That's not possible. Containment field, Kael'thas snapped. Now! 2 soldiers activated portable field generators. Energy barriers materialized, creating a shimmering cage of force that could hold a charging Krillian battle beast. Emma stood to reach for her backpack and walked straight through the field. The generators exploded in sparks. Emma grabbed her water bottle, took a sip, and sat back down. Your classroom outlets are weird, by the way. I had to jiggle my laptop charger to make it work. She disrupted a Class 7 containment field by proximity, one soldier whispered, backing away. Sir, request permission to… Fire! Kael'thas roared. 6 plasma rifles discharged simultaneously. Training protocols dictated a dispersed pattern for maximum hit probability. The classroom lit up like a small sun. Emma jerked in her seat, pencil clattering to the floor. Oh, come on! She glared at them, genuinely annoyed. Do you know how hard it is to find a good pencil in this place? Your school store only sells these weird electronic styluses that keep auto-correcting my spelling. Kael'thas stared at the scorch marks on the walls around her. Perfect silhouette. 0 hits. She'd moved, impossibly fast, and she was angry about stationary. Backup teams, converge on Classroom 7 Beta, Vexia transmitted, her voice cracking. We have a situation. The door burst open. 3 more Krith soldiers entered, weapons ready. Emma finally looked up from her paper, taking in the 9 armed operatives, the smoking walls, and the destroyed equipment. Oh my God, she said slowly. Is this about the simulation thing? Because I told IT it was a glitch. I submitted a bug report and everything. Bug report? Kael'thas repeated. Yeah, last week I kept getting these pop-up scenarios on my student portal. I thought it was some kind of mandatory campus safety tutorial. Emma stood, brushing eraser shavings off her jeans. Like active shooter drills, but way more complicated. They wouldn't let me access my class schedule until I finished them, so I just clicked through real fast. Vexia pulled up Emma's IT ticket history. Her face went through 4 more shades of purple. Sir, she filed 17 help desk tickets, categorized under annoying pop-ups. She marked them as disruptive to academic work and requested they be removed from student portals. They were super annoying, Emma continued. I'm trying to check when my medieval literature paper is due, and suddenly I'm in some tactical scenario with aliens attacking a space station. I just picked the most obvious solutions to close them faster. The most obvious solutions, Kael'thas said carefully, to the Academy's top-ranked combat scenarios. I mean, yeah, like one scenario had enemies coming through 3 entry points, so I collapsed 2 entry points and put all the defenders on the third one. Seemed pretty straightforward. Emma shrugged. Another one wanted me to choose between saving civilians or protecting a strategic position. I just did both. Moved the civilians to the strategic position. Efficiency. The backup team leader consulted his datapad. That's the Korvax dilemma. It's designed to have no solution. She created a third option that none of our strategists considered in 40 years of simulation development. Because it was blocking my access to the library portal. Emma threw up her hands. I had a paper due. I didn't have time for your weird military training games. Kael'thas's communicator crackled again. Commander, what's your status? Why haven't you contained the target? He looked at Emma, who was now searching the floor for her dropped pencil, completely unconcerned with 9 weapons pointed at her. Sir, he said slowly, I don't think we can contain her. She's not evading us, she's just existing, and reality seems to be accommodating her instead of the other way around. Emma found her pencil. Great, so can I finish my quiz now? I've got like 15 minutes left. Vexia pulled up a holographic display, her claws trembling as she navigated through system logs. Commander, I need to show you something. The display showed 17 layers of security architecture, quantum encryption, biometric locks, neural verification, temporal authentication stamps. Each one had been designed by the greatest minds in the galaxy. Each one represented decades of cryptographic advancement. Each one had a timestamp showing Emma Johnson bypassing it in under 3 seconds. Explain this, Kael'thas demanded, gesturing at Emma. Emma looked at the display and winced. Okay, so your security system kept asking for my birthday, like every single time I tried to log in, and then my mom's maiden name, and then the name of my first pet. And I'm like, I just want to check my meal plan balance. Why do you need my entire life story? Those are security questions, Vexia said weakly. 17 layers of quantum encrypted security questions. They were annoying, Emma countered. So I started clicking forgot password and resetting things. Your system kept saying the password had to be highly secure, but then the reset option just asked me to create a new one, so I tried password 1 to 23 and it worked. The classroom went silent except for the hum of cooling plasma rifles. You're telling me, Kael'thas said, each word measured, that our military database, protected by encryption that would take a quantum computer 10,000 years to crack, had the master reset password set to password 123? Vexia checked her records. Her mandibles went slack. It's the default initialization password. After setup, it's supposed to be changed to a unique 2048-character quantum key. But no one ever... She looked up, horrified. No one ever tried to reset it because you'd need to crack the 17 security layers first to reach the reset option.
Right, but your forgot security question link bypassed all that, Emma said helpfully. It's like when you can't remember your email password, so you just click the recovery link. Same thing. Kael'thas felt something crack in his understanding of reality. You treated the most sophisticated security system in the galaxy like a phone app. I mean, it basically is a phone app. You guys just made it really complicated for no reason. Emma pulled out her student tablet. Look, see? Every time I try to do anything, there's like 47 pop-ups asking me to confirm stuff. So I just started clicking accept all and yes to everything, because otherwise it takes forever.
Vexia examined the tablet's system logs. Her face cycled through colors that didn't have names yet. She's given herself admin privileges to the entire Academy network, the cafeteria systems, environmental controls, the reactor management protocols, all because she clicked accept all on permission requests. The system kept asking, Emma protested, every single time. Allow access to this, confirm authority for that. I got annoyed and just checked the don't ask me again box and approved everything at once. Those weren't permission requests for you, Kael'thas said, his voice hollow. Those were requests from you asking for elevated system access. You were supposed to deny them. They're security tests. Emma blinked. Oh, well, that's confusing design. You should really make that clearer. One of the backup soldiers pulled up Emma's academic file. Sir, her major is medieval literature with a focus on Chaucerian poetry. She's taking Introduction to Quantum Mechanics as an elective and is currently failing because she doesn't do the homework. I don't have time for the homework, Emma said. Do you know how much reading is assigned for my medieval poetry seminar? I'm doing 30 pages a night of Middle English. That's actual work. But you completed 53 master-level combat simulations, Vexia said, her voice climbing an octave. Those weren't homework, those were pop-ups. You just click the obvious answer to close them. Emma sat back down at her desk. You guys make everything so complicated. See enemy, shoot enemy. See civilians, save civilians. See strategic objective, secure objective. Just click accept all and move on. Kael'thas looked at his second-in-command. Our entire security infrastructure was designed to prevent sophisticated attacks. Yes, sir. Coordinated hacking attempts, military-grade intrusion software, expert cryptographers. Yes, sir. We never considered someone who would just click buttons because they were annoyed. Vexia pulled up another screen. Sir, I'm seeing evidence she's reorganized the Academy's course catalog. She moved Advanced Tactical Warfare into the General Education Electives folder because, and I quote, it seemed like it fit better there. That course is classified top secret, Kael'thas whispered. She also merged the faculty directory with the cafeteria menu database, Vexia continued, her voice taking on a hysterical edge. Now, when you look up a professor, it shows you what they ordered for lunch. Emma raised her hand. That was actually helpful. I found out Professor Kael'thas likes the vegetarian options, so I knew he'd be sympathetic to my paper on monastic dietary traditions. Kael'thas opened a secure channel to High Command. Sir, we have a bigger problem than we thought. Explain. The human didn't hack us. She didn't infiltrate us. She didn't break our security. He watched Emma return to her quiz paper, humming something under her breath. She treated our entire military infrastructure like an annoying smartphone update, and reality just let her. Claude can make mistakes. Please double-check responses. The classroom door opened for the third time. Commander Zara entered, her ceremonial armor marking her as one of the council's highest-ranking officials. 4 generals flanked her, their combined military experience spanning 6 centuries. They all stopped when they saw Emma erasing another answer on her quiz. Status report, Zara said, her voice carrying the authority of someone who'd commanded fleets. Kael'thas gestured helplessly at Emma. Sir, the situation has escalated beyond our initial assessment. I'm aware. I've been reviewing the system logs during my transit. Zara pulled up a holographic display that filled half the classroom. Ms. Johnson, did you access the military protocol database 3 days ago? Emma looked up, chewing on her pencil. Maybe? Is that the one with all the weird folder names? Because yeah, I helped the IT guy with that. Helped it, Zara repeated slowly. Yeah. I was trying to submit a help desk ticket about the pop-ups, and the IT support tech couldn't find the right category to file it under. So I looked at his screen and suggested maybe he should reorganize the folders because everything was just everywhere. Emma made a vague gesture, like you had emergency protocols in 3 different places, and combat readiness was nested inside cafeteria management for some reason. Vexia checked the logs, her mandibles clicking frantically. Sir, she didn't just suggest reorganization. She did it. The entire military database structure has been modified. She created a new folder system based on what? Zara demanded. The Dewey Decimal System, Vexia whispered. She organized our military secrets like a library. It makes way more sense now, though, right? Emma said brightly. I put all the emergency stuff in the 300s, military operations in the 900s, and administrative things in the 000s. The IT guy said it was super helpful. One of the generals pulled up additional files. Commander, the combat simulations she completed, I've reviewed them personally. The Korvax dilemma, the Terminus gambit, the Voidwalker scenario, these are psychologically adaptive tests that take our best candidates months to complete. She did them in minutes. Oh, those! Emma snapped her fingers. Yeah, those were the really annoying video game ads that kept auto-playing. They'd just pop up over whatever I was reading. Super distracting. I closed them as fast as I could. You closed them, Kael'thas said, understanding dawning with horrible clarity. The only way to close a combat simulation is to complete it. I mean, yeah, there was always some objective complete message before they shut down. I just clicked through the fastest solutions. Emma shrugged. They kept interrupting my study sessions, so I got pretty good at shutting them down quick. Zara consulted her datapad. Level 47. She reached level 47. Our top-ranked students trained for 4 years to reach level 5. Level 47? Emma frowned. I thought those were difficulty settings for the ads. I kept clicking skip to get back to my homework faster. The skip button is the advancement protocol, Vexia said faintly. It increases scenario complexity by 400%. You were making them harder. Well, that explains why they got so elaborate toward the end. I thought it was weird that the last few had time travel and paradox resolution. Emma paused. Wait, was that actual military training and not ads? The room went quiet. Kael'thas felt the pieces clicking together in his mind. The impossible reflexes, the casual bypassing of security, the unconscious completion of master-level tactical scenarios. Sir, I have a theory. Speak. Humans don't have enhanced combat abilities. They don't have superior technology or advanced training. He looked at Emma, who was now doodling in the margin of her quiz. They have enhanced annoyance tolerance. Our security measures, our combat scenarios, our entire military infrastructure, it's all designed to be challenging, to test limits, to push boundaries. And, Zara prompted, and humans treat challenges like inconveniences. They don't try to overcome our systems. They're irritated by them and just want them to go away. Kael'thas gestured at the destruction around them. She didn't defeat our protocols. She was annoyed by them. And apparently, human annoyance is more powerful than our entire security apparatus. One of the generals spoke up. If this human can accidentally dismantle our systems while doing homework, what happens when humans are actually focused? What if they decide our military structure is inefficient? Zara's expression hardened. Ms. Johnson, do you understand what you've done? Helped organize some files, Emma offered weakly. You've accessed classified military intelligence, completed impossible combat training, bypassed security that's protected our civilization for millennia, and restructured our entire defense database using a library system. Emma's face went pale. Oh, God. Am I in trouble? Is this going to affect my GPA? Zara looked at Kael'thas. We can't eliminate her. Sir? You can't eliminate a threat that doesn't understand it's dangerous. She has no hostile intent, no malicious purpose. She's just, Zara trailed off, searching for words. She's just aggressively helpful in the most destructive way possible. So what do we do? Vexia asked. System-wide redesign. Everything. Security protocols, database architecture, user interfaces. Zara began typing orders. Operation Human Proof. We need to redesign our entire infrastructure assuming that humans will click randomly, accept all permissions, and get annoyed at anything that takes more than 3 seconds. That will take years, one general protested. Then we better start now. Zara looked at Emma. Ms. Johnson, you're being assigned a permanent academic advisor. Oh, cool. Can they help me with my medieval lit paper? Kael'thas, congratulations on your new position. The Special Forces commander looked at his superior in horror. Sir, I'm a combat specialist, not a... You're now a containment specialist. Keep her away from anything important, and for the love of the ancients, don't let her near the reactor controls. Emma raised her hand. About that. Every head turned. The environmental system kept giving me temperature alerts on my tablet, so I might have adjusted some settings to make it stop. The notifications were really distracting during my morning classes. Vexia checked the reactor logs. She optimized the power distribution grid. Efficiency is up 23%. We've been trying to achieve that for a decade. Zara rubbed her temples. Get her out of here before she accidentally wins us a war. The emergency council session convened 6 hours later in the highest security chamber in the galaxy. 12 species representatives sat around a table that had hosted peace treaties and war declarations. Today, they were discussing a 19-year-old poetry student. Operation Human Buffer is now our top priority, Zara announced, projecting Emma's file onto the central display. We're redesigning every system in the Academy, and eventually, galaxy-wide, under the assumption that humans will click randomly, accept all permissions, and attempt to help whenever something annoys them. The cost will be astronomical, a Vortan counselor protested. The cost of not doing it is extinction, Zara countered. This human accidentally optimized our reactor, reorganized our military database, and completed scenarios that killed trained soldiers, all because she found our systems mildly irritating. Imagine what happens when humans decide something is actually a problem worth solving. The council voted unanimously. Operation Human Buffer received unlimited funding. What classification are we assigning the human? Another counselor asked. Zara pulled up a new threat matrix. At the very top, above every military designation, weapons system, and cosmic anomaly, a new category had been created. Involuntary threat category, Omega, she said, defined as entities capable of systemic destruction through complete indifference to the concept of systemic destruction. Back at the Academy, Emma sat in the classroom, finally alone except for Kael'thas and Vexia. She'd finished her quiz 20 minutes ago and was now anxiously checking her tablet. So, can someone tell my professor why I'm late turning this in? Emma asked. He's really strict about deadlines and I don't want to lose points because you guys thought I was like a terrorist or whatever. Kael'thas felt something inside him break. Ms. Johnson, I've been assigned as your permanent academic advisor. Oh, that's nice. Do you know anything about Byzantine architecture? I'm a Special Forces commander. Right, but like as a hobby maybe? Your academic advisor will accompany you to all classes, monitor your system access, and ensure you don't accidentally reorganize anything else, Vexia explained, pulling up a new set of protocols on her display. All human students are being assigned similar helpers. That's a weird policy, but okay. Emma stood, gathering her things. Hey, can you help me submit this quiz? The portal keeps giving me an error message and it's super annoying. No! Kael'thas and Vexia shouted simultaneously. Emma blinked. What? I just need to click through the error to... I'll submit it, Vexia said quickly, practically diving for Emma's tablet. Just don't click anything, ever, without asking first. You guys are weird about tech. Emma handed over the tablet, missing the look of abject terror on Vexia's face as she navigated through 17 new security protocols specifically designed to prevent Emma-style helping. The submission went through. Emma's quiz appeared in Professor Kael'thas's grading queue. Simultaneously, every security system in the building ran a diagnostic to ensure nothing else had been modified. Great, I'm starving. Anyone want to grab lunch? Emma started toward the door, then paused. Oh, by the way, I organized the cafeteria's inventory system last week. The lunch lady was complaining about not being able to find anything, so I rearranged the database while I was waiting in line. She said it was super helpful. Kael'thas felt his blood turn cold. You organized the cafeteria inventory? Yeah, it was a mess, Took like 5 minutes, Emma smiled. Why? Vexia, pull up the cafeteria systems. Now. Vexia's claws flew across her display. Her face went through 6 shades of purple. Sir, the cafeteria inventory is connected to the supply chain management network, which is connected to the logistics coordination system, which has access to... To what? Kael'thas demanded. To the fleet deployment database. Vexia looked up, her voice barely a whisper. She reorganized our fleet deployment protocols. Every ship in the sector just received new orders based on what she thought was more efficient food delivery routing. Emma was already halfway out the door. I'm thinking pasta for lunch. The cafeteria does this really good mushroom thing on Fridays. Kael'thas activated his emergency communicator. Command, this is Kael'thas. We have a situation. The human has accessed fleet deployment. Request immediate backup and a complete system audit. Also, he watched Emma disappear around the corner, humming cheerfully. Someone needs to check what else she's organized in the past 3 weeks. Copy that. Teams are en route. What's the human doing now? Kael'thas jogged to catch up with Emma, who was now chatting with another student about weekend plans, completely oblivious to the galaxy-wide security alert she'd just triggered. She's going to lunch, he said flatly. Emma called back over her shoulder. Hey, Mr. Kael'thas, you want fries? I know a shortcut through the admin building and they have the good ones in that cafeteria. Do not use the admin building, Kael'thas shouted, breaking into a run. Why not? I helped them fix their door security last Tuesday. The doors open way faster now. Vexia's voice crackled through his comm. Sir, the admin building contains access terminals to the council chambers, the military command center, and the... I know what it contains! Kael'thas sprinted after Emma, who was cheerfully waving her student ID at a door that absolutely should not have accepted her credentials. The door opened. See? Super convenient, Emma called back. Behind her, 17 new security alarms began silently logging incidents that would require 3 committees and 5 years to fully understand. Kael'thas requested backup. Emma asked if anyone wanted to share fries. The galaxy would never be the same.